I'm Mr. Greengrass, and this is how to create the best revision flashcards.
This is the fourth video in a series in which I teach you the best revision techniques for revising for your GCSEs. Today's learning objective is to understand how to create flashcards so that I can effectively revise keywords and concepts. So to begin with, what are flashcards good for?
Well, first of all, there are limitations. Flashcards are poor for case studies as well as large examples.
There is not enough room on one card to clearly display all the necessary information. For instance, in geography, we would really have to squeeze all of that info for our case study of Lagos in Nigeria, and a flashcard isn't the best way to organise that information. Another thing they're not great at is exam technique. There is no real way to practice how to lay out and best answer the questions in your papers. And finally, they don't tend to expand beyond the basic answer. It's difficult to consider all the different opinions and judgments that are often needed for those higher level answers. But there are certain areas of revision that flashcards do excel at.
Any specific pieces of information, flashcards are brilliant at testing yourself until they're welded into your long-term memory. In addition, and what I think is the absolute best use, flashcards are fantastic for remembering keywords. Keywords don't just help you in one subject, but by improving your vocabulary, it will elevate you in all your subjects. To get the best use of your flashcards, you need to use them in a particular way.
The YouTuber Thomas Frank, whose ideas I borrowed, are heavily influenced by, stolen, explains beautifully in detail how best to use flashcards. His video is more aimed at university students, but there's still a lot of value in the video, so please go watch it after this. The link is in the description below.
In all of your subjects, there should be a list of keywords/key facts in all of your units, as well as a list of keywords that are just needed for your subject.
If your teacher is super helpful, they can list them in order on which concepts are most important. Then they should list the keywords by unit topic.
For those GCSE geography students, on my website, I have a list of keywords broken down by each unit topic. Please bear in mind this is for the AQA exam board. Once again, the link is below for you to click on after you've watched this.
Look through the list of the words. It is best to only revise the topics you have studied in class. Revision should be only done after you've learnt it. Remember, we're only interrupting the forgetting, not learning something from scratch.
Throughout this series of videos, I'll be recommending the use of old-fashioned pen and paper. While there are plenty of fantastic digital tools, using smartphones tends to lead us down the rabbit hole of distraction that is social media. We already have too many screens in our lives, so the only thing I'm going to recommend using the internet for is looking up information on revision websites.
Right, let's get down to creating your first card. What are you going to need? Just a pen, maybe a pencil, and a flashcard. Ask your parents/guardians to go on Amazon and bulk buy a pack of flashcards. They don't cost the earth, and one pack should last you a while. Then, go to your list of keywords/key facts and decide which word you're going to create a card for. On one side, you're going to write the definition down. That is it. Do not write down what the word or concept is, and do not include the keyword in your definition. For instance, for the keyword hydraulic action, I have drawn Blastoise shooting water from her jet cannons, which in turn is pushing air. I then turn the card over and I see that the definition of hydraulic action is water pushing air into cracks, causing the rocks to erode. Now, not everyone is a child and still likes Pokemon, but for me, this drawing makes sense, and that's absolutely fine, because this flashcard is not for anyone else but me. As long as I remember it, that's all that matters. The more unique your mnemonic device is, the better it is for you.
The reason why we use images as well as keywords is because we remember images much easier. This is called the picture superiority effect. This is because scientists have shown our brains process images 60,000 times faster than words. So by pairing keywords with pictures, and pictures that mean something, especially to us, we are far more likely to remember it.
That drawing of Blastoise took me far too long to draw on my iPad. In reality, our drawings are going to be much simpler.
Creating flashcards is only one part of the equation. We now need to use them often and effectively. For those of you that don't know, as humans, we forget things that are not reinforced. After an hour-long lesson at school, you've forgotten up to 40% of what you learned in class. And as time goes by, you forget more and more. I've said it before, our brain has a use it or lose it policy. But when you revise, you interrupt the forgetting. And each time you do, the rate in which you forget becomes more gradual. And the best thing is, you don't even have to take that long revising. It can take as little as 5 to 10 minutes to interrupt the forgetting. That is why flashcards are brilliant, because once you've created them, you've got a resource that you can use again, that only takes a couple of minutes that you can use to interrupt the forgetting on a daily basis.
To use the flashcards, you set them on a surface. You start with all the keywords/key concepts facing up. You look at the card and try to recall the definition and say it out loud. Turn the card over. If you got it correct, place it to the right of the pile. If you got it wrong, place it to the left. Once you've gone through your deck, any cards you confidently knew to put to one side. Any of the cards you got wrong, shuffle them and then go through the process again. Any cards you knew, place them on the right. Any cards you got wrong, place them to the left. Do this again and again until there are no cards on the left.
The best way to make sure you do it is to make it a habit. And the best way to make it a habit is to tie it in with an existing habit that you do every day. Hopefully you brush your teeth every day. But why not, before you brush your teeth, go through your flashcards? That way you can guarantee to interrupt the forgetting. Or how, when watching TV or being on your phone while you eat your breakfast, why not instead go through your deck? Just make sure not to get toothpaste or milk on your flashcards. Congratulations, you've interrupted the forgetting for the day. And how long did it take you? 5, 10 minutes max? This is something you can and should do on a daily basis. So that's it. That's how you best use flashcards to help you revise. Now remember, flashcards are brilliant for what they're good at, but they do have limitations.
They are super convenient and effective. If you use them properly, you will remember these key concepts, but they will not be able to grant you a deeper understanding of those concepts. In my opinion, if you were to consistently use flashcards throughout year 10 and 11, it would get you up to a grade 5.
So even though flashcards can get us our foundational knowledge, we're going to use multiple methods of revising to further develop our understanding. This is where the other methods of revision will come in, and I'll be covering those in future videos. Thank you for watching the video. If you got any value from it, please share it with others. Like, subscribe, check out my previous videos, and stay tuned for the next one.
Mr. Double G, 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 Mr. Double G.
Keywords don't just help you in one subject, but improving your vocabulary.